Every year I make egg-shaped cards and I honestly love them. I don't know what is about that shape that I truly love egg-shaped cards. Yesterday I did this one and I thought, why not creating it again? Similar colors, maybe slightly different, to show you step by step how easy it is to create this card. And I'm using the new cutting dice from Spellbinders. This is the set. We've got that shape separately, which I love because you can actually use it for any other egg-shape cards you want to create, maybe with pattern papers, you know, anything. The insert is absolutely gorgeous, but like I said, you do not have to use it always with your egg. I die cut 3 layers, so I've got 2 solid eggs. This will be my card base, and I've got one with the, you know, elements coming out. My beautiful decorated egg. I will push them all out. I did cut a few more eggs for my future cards where I leave them, when I leave the elements in, but for today we're just taking them out. They're coming out super easy. I didn't want to do it before showing you that yeah, when you die cut all that, you've got them all in, and when you take them out, then you've got a lot of gaps, and this is where we will see the paper which is underneath. What I'm going to use today, apart the die cuts which I already mentioned, I have Happy Spring Sentiment. I didn't take the letters out yet. This is from another Spellbinders set, and I will link everything in the description box below the video. I will use Distress inks. I am going to do slightly different colors than here. I mean, colors are the same, but slightly different combinations. So I've got Oxide inks, Fossilized Amber, Bundled Sage, Worn Lipstick and Broken China, and I also have Peeled Paint Distress ink. So these, and I have the ribbons in the colors that I think will match my project. I got 2, one lace and one ribbon. I don't have any more of these colors, so yes, that's it. I think you will need some brushes to ink your elements and the scoring board to create the card base, and I will start with that. I'm positioning my one of the eggs on the scoring board, and I will, let's say, score it here 4 3/4 of an inch. It's just roughly, and then we'll be able to fold it, this top piece, and we're going to attach another piece to that. We'll join those 2 pieces together after inking my background, and I will only be adding glue on that piece that we are able to fold. Yeah, this way later we will be able to open the card. But let's start with our background for that white panel. So I had yellow, blue and then green here, and pink flowers, and I will do different today. I will do yellow, pink and green, and then blue flowers. Starting with the yellow ink on the top of my card, card, the background. Anyway, I will go like 1/3. Yeah, 1/3. I think that's, if you divide it into 3 pieces, something like that. And it doesn't need to have the same amount of ink everywhere. It can be lighter and darker in places. That's okay. And then I will grab pink. This is super easy card and really fun to make, because that you know, that background look really nice. Okay, I will just try to smudge it as much as possible. Do not go too much to the other color, because you may not like the combination of those 2. And then I'm going to apply the green on the bottom. I've got bundled sage now, and that's the last color I'm going to add. But of course, if you would like, you can add more color to your background. You could make it as colorful as you wish, or even one solid color as well, or a pattern paper. Now I'm going to take my glue and attach the white panel to the background. Look how pretty this is. So I will add glue all around and in as many places as possible. I will be just adding little dots of glue, so these, you know, cutouts will not be lifting up. Now I take this one and I try to position it so one goes on top of the other. Okay, and then press lightly. Now I'm adding glue to that top part that we are able to fold, and I will bring my other panel and just join them together. Again, try to position it as evenly as possible. This way we will be able to open and close, and we can write the wishes here. Okay, now I'm going to ink my elements, and I'm taking all the branches that are quite big. I'm not taking these individual tiny leaves, so I think that will be it. I divided the big one into two, and I'm going to add the bundled sage first. You have to be quite careful with that, but I just go in one direction with my brush, and then I will add peeled paint on top just to make it slightly darker here and there. So that's for the leaves, and for the flowers I'm going to use the broken china ink. Go gentle with the ink on top. You only want to have a little bit of color on each flower, and then I'm going to attach double-sided foam pads to the centers. This way I will try to keep the center of the flower, you know, this piece that can come out together with the flower, and also for creating dimension on my card. So I only adding the ink here and there, not too much, and I will leave some parts of the flowers white. All my flowers are upside down, so I'm going to add one foam pad in the center of each flower. It's time to add the ribbon before we create the composition. So because I have the blue flowers, I will go with that blue lace. I hope this is slightly, I think, too wide. So what I'm going to do, I will cut that in half, because I don't want such a wide piece. It will cover all my pink inking. That's even better, because now I've got two pieces. If I couldn't find anything blue, then probably I would change the color of my flowers, because I wanted the flowers to be the same color as the ribbon. So just a little tip for you. You can then, if you have a purple ribbon, then you can make a purple flowers. And I will do the composition very similar to what I have on the other card. So we are going around, okay, and having that bow on the side. Okay, and I'm going to cut off the excess, and the other bow I'm going to attach to this one. So the other one is just this green color. I ran out of yellow as well. So I'm just wrapping another bow on the same ribbon. just the bow. I'm not going around with this one. I scrunched that green a little bit, and I'm going to add tiny dots of a glue and position my ribbon the way I want it to stay. So I want to have this on the side. That's why I added a bit of glue, so it will not come towards the other side. And I will attach the green piece as well, so those tails will stay on the side. I don't want to see them coming onto the card. So that's the little trick that I like to do sometimes when the ribbon is not behaving. And I will scrunch that a little bit more. Perfect. Okay, I love that. So now we can attach our leaves, and I will start with that, and then we will do the flowers. And I will be coming from the center towards the right hand side and up. So let's just shall I have this one? I will go up with this one first. I'm adding small amount of a glue. You can use the craft glue. I'm not as patient. I prefer hot glue, but if you don't like to do it, use a craft glue. You may need to wait a little bit, as I'm attaching the leaves to the fabric, so yeah, I prefer hot glue. Okay, then the long one there as well, like going this way. Let me just show you. They will stay in place when we attach the flowers. The flowers will keep them, you know, where they're supposed to be. I will attach the little one later. Let's just add some flowers. So I may start with the big one. This is the biggest? No. So this one can go somewhere there. You just put them here and there. There is no recipe for that, you know, placement. I will try to do similar to what I did on the other card, but it may not be the same. So when you remove the release paper, do it gently, because that middle of the flower try to comes out as well. Let's have this one there. I just scatter them on my card. One maybe on the bottom of the ribbon. Then I had something there as well, and I should have this time. I will actually hold that branch with the flower, so it will stay in place. I will have something here, like I did on the other card. This is my guide, but you know, it won't be exactly the same. Okay, I think that we can add the sentiment in the second. And there is one thing that I forgot about, but I will tell you in a minute. One more flower. I used more flowers this time. I didn't use them all on the pink card, but why not? We can have as many as we want. Okay. For the sentiment, I've got one layer of the foam pads here near the ribbon and 2 layers on the other end. I'm going to add a bit of glue as well. I don't want it to go super flat to my composition, so this will go roughly where the blue lace is. And then I want these leaves to go on top, so that you can see that the leaves are around that. And I got this last one. I'm going to remove the sticking out stem, and I will position it there. So it is on a little bit on the flowers, and I will attach it to the sentiment as well on the where the swirl is. It will be on the sentiment. So I'm adding a little bit of glue. Okay, let's have it there. And now, if you want anything to be secured, you can go with the foam pads and attach that. I am happy for it to be loose, but I know not everyone likes that. So you can use small foam pads just to keep it in place. The last thing that I forgot about to show you at the beginning is the Spritz I used to create the splats. I got lots of beautiful golden splats here and small pearls. For splatting, I'm using Fossilized Amber Distress Spritz. It has a lot of shimmer and I love it. It's so beautiful. I will not use the sprayer, so I'm taking a very small brush. I like to try it on the paper first, and then I go on my card. And I will go quite heavily, so I want to have lots and lots of small splats. They will be so beautiful. This is so pretty. And now I'm going to add pearls here and there. These are super small. And if you don't have that yellow, or you could use white, blue, pink, I think other colors would work really well here as well. So I'm just going to add them here and there without a plan. Like a lot of things that I do. What do you think? Please let me know in the comments. I hope you got inspired today, and to see you soon. Thank you for joining me. Have a lovely creative day. Bye bye.